The palace is cold and empty. I walk along the marble floors barefoot. The cold steaming off the floor sends chills through my body. This is not what the palace was meant for. I pass by the ballroom where we once had elegant parties. It was when the stranger guests came and took over that the elegant parties shifted into meaningless dances of pleasure. I pass the royal kitchen where we once had the best chef who cooked the best meals. Every single one of them, from appetizers to the main course and desserts, were all delicious and satisfying. It was when the stranger guests took over that the meals became good-looking on the outside, but dissatisfying when consumed. I passed the royal study where thousands of books lined the shelves. I used to spend hours reading, laughing as I entered new worlds and crying as my heart broke over characters and stories. It was when the stranger guests took over that the library became off limits and I was too busy to try to get in. Busy. How often do we say this word? I was busy enjoying myself that I forgot to keep watch over the palace and alert the guards. I was busy with my daily life, thinking that everything would be fine and I would never slip away, and yet here I am, no longer busy, just empty. Is there any hope to bring warmth and light back into this palace? I hear bells ringing in the distance. A calming sound they are. I pick up the pace as I run to the front gates. A glorious white chariot with white flames sits outside. Two magnificent white stallions, taller than any horses I've seen, stand majestically before the chariot. A man, unlike any man I've seen, stands in the middle of the chariot, a radiance so great I can barely see his face. His hands stretch out towards me, and I look up at him in awe. Come, my child, take my hand. Let me show you a glimpse of my great plan. I am king over all and have been watching you. And so if you choose to, I would like to be with you in whatever you do. Your palace was mine and yours until you let your guard down. But because you are mine, no one can take away your crown if you choose to be with me. His voice is quiet, but it's heard loud and clear. I can't help but release a few tears. I know this is partly my fault, not taking care of the palace I've been given, but I want to try again, and with you, O King. I feel his smile on me, though I can't see his face. I reach out to take his hand, and he brings me away. His chariot soars among the clouds, and instead of fear, I find excitement looking down. Your palace is important, and you are my daughter. You must realize that such power and value is found in you, and many will try to take advantage of that. They will try to come in silent, like a thief in the night, but you've already had your experience with how fast things can go downhill. It's time to come back, dear one, and live in your full purpose and potential. You see all that I've created and all that I've done. Now live in your palace from the same love. For you are loved, dear one, more than you can know. The king stops his chariot outside the front gates. I step off the chariot and take one last look as his horses lead him away. I look back at my palace that's become bright and elegant once again. I hurry through the gardens, seeing flowers blooming left and right, and when I step inside, I feel his presence and radiance shining from within. The castle is bright and warm once again. The marble floor is not cold anymore. I smile as I think of all the people that had once been here. Now I know better than to just let anybody in. I must be wise but gentle, discerning but kind. I am royal and this palace is mine. And this palace is my heart. A heart that was once God's but was filled with subtle filth of the enemy. And when the enemy left, how empty I felt. But God came back and touched my heart, bringing new life in me. And now I shall live forever as his daughter, princess, royalty.